Good afternoon, Hate Nation, folks, Fukettes, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, the host of Mahapanies and the host of My Worthless Half a Penny, part 57, talking about the Heat after 15 games. I said it before, this is not my idea. After 20, normally we have an idea of where statistically the team is supposed to be going. After 20, normally the teams hover around the same position. Normally, are always exceptions, and certainly there were several exceptions for the Miami Heat over the past few years. But after 15, we do see trends and we do see consistency. This is what we saw in pretty much every season in the past, right? We've had pushes, uh, uh, especially when we had the player that we did not face yesterday. Um, I'm sick. I've been really in and out of media. I have to work during the day, so it's very difficult for me sometimes to keep up with things. But again, as a fan, I try, and I knew that Jimmy Butler was possibly going to be out of the game. Steph, the same thing. I didn't know they were going to throw in basically the what is the definition of a trap game to into us, onto us, so that we can face them. And we did yesterday at home, and we won, and we got to 7-1 at home right now, which is I think a very consistent record. 7-1. I look, if I get some of the stats incorrectly, you'll know I'm wrong, hopefully, and you'll know that you have to go with yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now where we are as a team in general, in terms, well, first of all, our leaders, and then of course how we are in the season, which is not very different than what we were before the game against the Golden State Warriors yesterday. So it's not like this is a very different situation. Points per game, we are third, and we're going to talk about the game against the Golden State Warriors as well. But points per game, we are third with 123.6. Rebounds per game, we're 15th. We have to improve that. Bam is back. It did help. I think he got 7 rebounds. But Khalil Weir, what about that Khalil Weir, right? Second consecutive game with 15 plus rebound, 14 plus rebounds, with 16 rebounds in this one. Assists per game, second in the NBA with 30.3. And we allow a lot of opponents' points per game. Basically, this is what happens in a fast pace. We talked about this before. I could see the light that if we don't have a good defense, fast pace doesn't help us. And I think that's what happened last season. We didn't have a good offense. Not having a good offense, even when our defense caught stops, we were not able to convert on those stops. And that's why a lot of those 50-50 splits went against us. It's not happening again this season. It's refreshing to see Miami Heat having a great start. Again, right, 15 games in, um, having, in my opinion, a very 9-6, right? A record that I think we can live with right now. What can I tell you? Sixth in the East, I don't think is a fair portrait of what we are exactly. But at the same time, there's a lot of things to happen. They say the East is wide open. I think that that's a fair assessment. But again, it is 15 games in. I think the separation in this particular case becomes a little bit more obvious after about 40 games, right? Then we have a little bit, or not, or we have the same thing we've had in the past few years, in which we have so many teams overlapping that it becomes that very, that the last couple of spots are always through the last couple games as well. In any case, our leaders are Normal Powell, of course, in points. I mean, yesterday, he had 9 points when the fourth quarter began, and he ended the night at 25 points. It's ridiculous. 25.4 points for him as a leader in points. Rebounds, of course, is Khalil Ware. Finally, he took that to heart, and now he's doing what he's supposed to be doing at 10 rebounds per game. Punked. Assists, Davion Mitchell, 7.3 assists per game. Great guy on assists. Sometimes gets in foul trouble like we saw yesterday, but you know what? At the end of the day, keeps doing what he's doing. Drew Smith, amazing defense. This guy really, I think, is a great story for the NBA. I know that when Herro comes back, Drew Smith might be the one that suffers, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit as well. Let me try to remember that. That's my ADHD trying to make me remember things that I still talk about, okay? But in any case, good to have Drew Smith, the 1.5 steals a game leader. And of course, Khalil Ware leading in blocks, 1.5, 1.4 blocks a game. I think that our team is doing, in my opinion, well. We can do better rebound wise. Whether or not we need another player, that's a different story altogether. Um, one a player specifically for rebounding. I don't think that this is the direction that we're going right now. We could, right? We could pivot. There are options there for Lowry Markkanen. I think that he is a good pick, right? Maybe he would be worth shedding a couple of people. But the truth is, we would be shedding them right now sentimentally. And it's not we. In this case, it's Pat Riley and it's his front office and it's Mickey Harrison and it's all those good people. Because at the end of the day, they would have to shed promising talent in Jaime Jaquez, for example, or in Jovic, which again, I would be fine with. But I don't know if the front office will be. They bet on Herro, they bet on Duncan um, for a while, right? Duncan just left. Herro is still there. Finally made All Star last season. Is yet to play. Coming soon. When he comes back, I constantly said because of the way that things were that Wiggins was going to be the one leaving, and I had an argument with Raf, but Raf is right. We don't have a backup big, right? We let go of Precious Achua. I thought at the time the direction was going to be allowing Ware and Bam to play together. I'm not sure that that's going to happen as starters. I know that they're going to get minutes together. I think they're going to get minutes together once Herro comes back, but I'm not sure they're going to be playing together in the starting lineup. So of course, the person to leave this current lineup would be Pelle Larsson in favor of Herro. And so we would have Mitchell, Powell, Wiggins, Herro, and Bam. And so Wiggins, of course, is a number 4, 2 and 3, right? Powell and Herro, and 5, Bam, and of course, number 1, Mitchell. Now, I think that that's a solid team and deep enough, right? In terms of, for example, if you're going to look at, generally speaking, points per game, right? Normal Powell is at 25.4. Bam is at 19.9. Had a nice game yesterday coming back. 16.8 for Jaime Jaquez, about 0.7 under. He's been doing a little bit less efficiently, but it is improved. 16.7 from Andrew Higgins is exactly where we need him to be. 11.4 from Simone Fonteca is exactly where we need him to be. Khalil Ware, 10 points per game. It's exactly where we need to be. Same thing with Devin Mitchell, with Pelle Larsson. Nikola Jovic is under, right? Nikola Jovic should be 10, 15. Is 8.8. Drew Smith is fine. 6 to 10 is fine. I'm not even going to talk about the other ones because then we're going to G League. And yesterday, again, 6 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Pelle Larsson, Andrew Wiggins. Pelle Larsson, 10. Andrew Wiggins, 17. Bam Adebayo, 20. Normal Powell, 25. Jaime Jaquez, 12. And Simone Fonteca with 10 points. 6 players in double digits. So, and again, right, a marvelous rebounding night. Let me see here. Offensive rebounds for Khalil were where? Gosh, I cut the thing just above his name. So, oof. Yeah, man. 16, 12 defensive, 4 offensive rebounds, 16 rebounds total. I mean, again, right? I was very nervous. Because I'm sick, I'm having trouble keeping up and watching the games entirely, the medication that I'm taking and so forth. But it made me nervous that we were almost losing against the Golden State Warriors yesterday. It's like I said, it's the epitome. It's the epitome of what it means to be in a trap game when no other player from the Golden State Warriors, main starters, pretty much play. And then you got, Pajensky, and then forget about Buddy Hield. I respect the guy immensely, but no one in that team, and we saw that with the late turnovers at the end. No one in that team is menacing enough, in my opinion, at least, to warrant any kind of, being afraid of that team. But no, we actually ended up being afraid. And thankfully, we got that separation because Normal Powell could not miss in the fourth quarter, right? And that really helped us. But again, Jimmy Butler, by the way, left completely before shaking hands. Bam Adebayo had a shirt saying "Joy Dealer." There is drama there, but the drama now becomes something completely ineffective of the Miami Heat structure, which is what was happening last season. Obviously, Jimmy Butler has zero um, effect on this team. He does not affect it. He does not change it. He does not influence it. The players in Miami Heat choke. We are worried, and they are worried. They are um, concerned with their own well-being and their own success in the NBA. Second consecutive loss of the Golden State Warriors against us. So second consecutive win for the Miami Heat against the Golden State Warriors at home and without Steph, but this time also without Butler. That was one that I felt like, oh my gosh, we cannot lose that one. But in any case, this is it for me. Stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible. It's a very complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.